I believe the best time to bait is the day or the night following the seeding operation. The reason for that is because all the food sources have been covered up, usually, particularly if you're using a tine machine. Food sources are covered up. The mice come out that night looking for something to eat, and if you've got the bait there ready for them to eat, well that's the best way to go. They haven't yet discovered the seed that you've put in the ground, and every night that you delay that, they very quickly learn where the seed in the ground is, and even if you bait 4 or 5 days after you've sown, the mice tend not to take the bait quite so well, and also obviously they've damaged your crop in the meantime. We think that up to 5% damage can happen per night. Typically we would use a kilo a hectare of bait, and when you look at the number of seeds per kilo, there should be plenty of bait there to kill quite high populations. In actual practice, I think what happens with very high populations of mice is that the mice actually eat more than 1 or 2 grains before they die, and I think they can eat 12 to 18 grains, and this sometimes means that at high populations there's not enough bait left for the other mice, and people find that they have to go back and rebait. Also, it depends just how well the mice take the bait, and that will depend upon what was in the paddock last year and what the food source is. Barley stubbles are typically where we suffer the most damage. With our conservation tillage, the use of a narrow point and press wheels, the mice obviously run down the rows to get the bait, and some people have had pretty good success when they put out their bait, putting it, particularly if they've got a narrow swath width spreader, driving across the rows rather than along them, and provided you can put up with the vibration in the vehicle or whatever you're using to do it, it's actually quite effective because it almost guarantees that a mouse will come across the bait. Mice actually move quite a bit further than was originally thought, and if you've got a paddock with only a light infestation of mice, but there's plenty of mice around, perimeter baiting is quite effective. Some farmers have actually mounted a spreader on their cedar bar, which has worked quite well. Others just have a spreader on the back of the ute. The frequency of them, I think, has increased as our farming practices have changed. Intensified rotations, now minimal tillage and full stubble retention, probably less livestock in the system. We have to get better at recognising when they come, and also get better at the control.